Ateker Museum, one of the established places recently in Soroti City. We are operating as one of the established places in Soroti town, located in Senior Quarters B, West Constituency, and we are operating in Plot 3, Komolo Road, one of the roads next to Ochuloi Road in Soroti West Constituency. Here in Ateker Museum, we have the vision, which is very clear, that we are promoting development using the culture. And in our purpose, all the activities, all the objectives here, we do have leisure, entertainment, and education. And on the other hand, the activities we do here, we have a research as one of the activities we do. We have here oral and intangible heritage. We also have the cultural photo shoots, and then on the other hand, we also have the cultural show in this Ateker Museum. And then also we have very many students classes. We carry out classes for students as one of also the activities we do here in the aim of promoting culture to our people. So basically those are the activities we do here as far as the museum establishment is concerned. We charge the foreigners 15,000, and then the foreigner children we charge them 8,000, and then the native adults are the ones which we charge 5,000, and then the native children are the ones we charge 2,000, and then also the students we charge them 2,000. And this is one of the bass adungu, the art harp, the big one for the bass, and it's usually played accompanied by small medium arched harps for the entertainment of the intercultural cultural music. And these are some of the seats. It's called the Sansad seats, usually used at home in occasions of functions, meetings, and so on. This one is just a chicken house, which is majorly used for accommodating chicken, and in most cases the domestic birds. Grass, this is African grass, usually used for searching the grass that huts locally in various places within Teso here. And when this one is tied in this format, it's usually used as a signal. Always it's put along the ways or along the corner, the junction, to give a signal that there is ready alcohol, there ready agent, which is supposed to be taken out, which is ready to be sold and so on. Yes. So we also have here in Man. Usually it's just used at home, aiding children, playing, pull and win games, just like that. And in most cases also it can be used for performance of ritualism and the rest of activities, but majorly it's just an item which is used for game playing, majorly used by young local children at home within Teso here. And then here, these are just one of the seats being used either inside the kitchen, or else if people have really become many, they can bring out and then they use as what? As a seat outside. Or when in occasions when there are people having a meeting, they can also use it as a seat. This is a local beehive, locally known as Amoli. It's usually hanged on parts of trees around the branches for the capturing of what the colony beehives. So it's locally known as amwali. Nailokiwanu I come naradumanao nilomar tomati terepidrai nakini it's called, this one is locally known as ajokot nayok for oxens. It's locally known as ajokot naimongi ayok for oxens. It's usually here it's supposed to be having a chain or something like a link so that it helps in a connection to the plow. Therefore, with that link, but in the olden days, African people could use even ropes made out of size of fiber. Before we collaborated with some neighboring countries, which in fact improvised us with these modern chain for oxen's yoke. So this one is locally known as a gari, which is one of the transport aid, the wooden wheelbarrow, which was usually used by the local people in terms of what? Transporting their items, maybe bringing food from the harvesting points to home. And then also it could be when it happens like a calf gets a problem when they have taken the rest of the animals for grazing, then they can use this wooden wheelbarrow for bringing back in the case of any heat. Yes, so we can have some of the instruments, the musical instruments, and within this belt also here we still have the security items, the hunting items, which belongs to one of the economic activities within the sub-region. Yes, we have here the local added herbs, and then we have the thumb pianos, which really aid the entertainment in Teso. Okay, this belt is majorly the vital carving, the household belongings. Yeah, there's African stools in different sizes. One called Ingorteba, the smallest size and of that design. It's usually majorly used during time of milking. And all the papa can come out with that one together with the milk pail, which is like known as a lepit. This is one of the best items which was used by all the people and local people during a milking time. And a grandpapa picks one of the ingorteba, sits on it, and then picks the lepit, and he begins milking seriously. Then this one is also one of the stools which was majorly used still for milking processes, but limited. But the other one is as a portable stool. It was easily being carried by the pastoralists and the milking team. Then this one is called barrios due to the top volume of it, that it can accommodate the whole bumps. And it was mainly used
for fat people.
For fat people, and around kitchen. Women were usually very fat. They prefer this one in the kitchen during the process of preparing what. And this is a carrot for churning milk. These are the wooden shoes which was used by elderly. It was majorly used by elderly, and it was a rare thing, not for common people, for the purposes of harsh weather and the rest, scorching sunshine. Also here we have a sepeo for sunshine protection, and locally known as sepeo na sasat. I mean na dukun. You have here we know in pan. We have here a Kong and a diet. They are all vital wood carvings, the household belongings. We have a jora, and then an African calabash, which was usually used for very many purposes. One was the taking of marua, It was also used for the broadcasting method of what? Seeds broadcasting during time of planting. Yes, ajora was also one of the best good items being used during the process of storage, or during the process of keeping vital food which has been preserved for future. And also it is used as the aiding material for incubation of eggs. Chicken can lay eggs and eat. And this one is a tuja, a special miniature granary. It's usually put inside in the house, not the other granaries, the water dab or the kero granary, which is usually put around the compound. This one and this a bucket. Those are majorly for inside storage. We have here a lepit, the bigger size. This is the small size. Then pestle and mortar. Yes. Then here also still the pestle of the different size. We have here a tan, the small size, the medium size, which was majorly used as cooking materials made out of clay. We have here a sample of cassava, which was pounded and later it's grinded to be consumed as food. And then you have here the shea nut seeds, which is used for preparing of the shea nut oil. We have here the soda ash, the grinding stone, and then millet. Here we have now hides and skins, which was usually majorly used as a costume designing materials for covering at the herbs, and then also the major purpose was for they were used as a sleeping materials, and then they also aid the factory work of belts, bags, and make out. These are the families of pots. This is called a kirigi for the door, and it builds its name out of the strength it has out of the materials being used for making out. The kirigi is one of the strongest dialect people of Teso use as a serious dialect to refer something very strong. Amoti na story ngaira kipi a pot of 1 jerrycan and a half. Yes, those are the broken clay pots. We have also a gate, and then I'll also have a tado, the medium size. We have these ones, the different sizes. A dogoria, the same size, one for shrine, and then one for the twins' performance. When twins are born, and if in case they die, they use a placenta and the umbilical cord cutting. They drop inside and then they go bury in the swamp. Yes, and then also one is used in most of shrines within the African traditional homes. Those are drinking straws, locally made out of the wheaties. Before the drinking straws were introduced, people used these calabashes for zipping iron in most cases.
What is the use of that stone?
A stone, this is a sample, but majorly there were stones for cooking. They are supposed to be three. Yes. Then they bring out firewood. They lay down there. Then they bring what? A saucepan on top of it. Yes. Let's say they are this one and this one and this one. Then they lay the food here. At time, their firewood is set down. And food begins boiling.
And now this chair here.
This is one of the bigger chairs we have in African tradition known as a gamlira, the mama's resting chair. In other words, people call it a mama koi. A mama koi, which is a borrowed word for us, for our culture.
Yeah.
Yes, but majorly we call it a gamlira, which is one of the resting chairs for the elderly.
The seats up there.
All the seats up there, why you are seeing them being held like that, it's simply because when we want to preserve them for future, this is the only method how to
Preserve them.
to keep them for future in case the beetles, the insecticides are to affect them. If they are hanged like that, then they are good to be preserved, and in future you will find them when they are okay. By the time of planting, the season of planting comes, you will find that your seeds are very safe than maybe putting them in a sun or in a hidden place. The insects can easily find it and affect it. Yes.
I think here is a
Arrange here, video documentary, all the way from Ethiopia. Someone will be in position to flash back to have a real detailed information right from Solomonian Empire, when our people started migrating from Eritrea, Ethiopia, to the present day place called Moroto, and then after Moroto, Nakamalinga, Nampak, the separation more of Itunga, which was caused due to some development of different ideas. Some people had ideas to go look for pasture for the animals. Others had an issue of population pressure. So the separation, the migration had to start immediately because of some pressures and some conflicts between the people. So in summary, the migration happened in two phases. The first migration, which happened after they had settled in Moroto, happened in three commands. The first command was the one which took place in East Moroto, and that was a place of Lodwarat, in areas of Katapi, in areas of Magoro. And then the Thousand Command is the one which took place in Tisai, Kapujana, Toroma. Then they crossed Lake Opeta, or they went to Kumi, others went to Bukedia, the areas of Mora. And then the eastern route, the eastern command, these are the people who came to Gweri areas, Soroti, others continued to Amuria, others crossed the spies of Iteswa, they crossed already River Iwere to Palisam, Pologoma, and the rest had gone the other side over Lake Kyoga, the shores of Lake Kyoga. So that was a migration which took place, and today it is really scattered in almost 11 to 12 districts in Uganda, in Teso sub-region here. Although we have the relation with the Kuman people who really belong to Iteso, what? Iteso group, but only due to failure to pay heed to the elderly people who were called the Karamojong, our ancestors. They had to continue with the migration up to the areas of Kabremai where they recently settled. But the relation remains that the Kuma people belong to the Iteso. And in the other dialect, it's just because the people whom have failed to pay an ear to the elderly or the uncles. So it's like akum mamai, akudwa kum mamai. People who have what? People who are given a deaf ear now to their cause. So you people, you have refused to pay an ear to our devices. Now, for your case, you are called Ikum Mama. So that is how the name really came out. But originally, those people belong to us. So in simple summary, that's how migration took place. And as we talk now, Teso sub-region is one of the regions which has been so harmonized with the cultural dialects and the cultural development. Contact us or reach us on our email atekermuseum@gmail.com. And also, if you are expecting to reach us on the WhatsApp number, our WhatsApp number is 0787578570. And then on telephone, you can also reach us on 07719267993. Those are the numbers. Also, we are on Twitter. You can still follow us on Twitter page.